Hi guys, Rob here at Herbert Street. This is in the Frankfurt section, the Northwood neighborhood. We're here. This is a 3-bedroom end of row house that we are looking to get renovated as quickly as possible. And right now we're going to go over the plumbing. We're in the backyard here, and as you can see, there is a deck back there. It really doesn't have much to do with the plumbing. And then over here is the back of the house. You can see right there, it's a nice shaded area. And again, the downspout's been removed. And coming into the plumbing area, here is the rain leader that goes into the basement. Of course, as always, we're going to snake and drain, make sure it's working in good condition. We'll go inside and check that out. Also, in the front of the building here, you can see there's another rain leader. So we want to make sure that, again, that this is clean and that there is no problems with this rain leader. And as you can see right there, there is a hose bib right there. We want to make sure that that's working. Water's not turned on right now, but that'll be something that we'd look into. And you can see that there's a grounding clip right there for the, looks like the cable and phone systems. Okay, in the front of the building out here, let's take a look and try and see if we can find, try and find the water and the sewer. Now, right here seems to be the sewer, and I'm not sure if this is the water or not. Don't know if it's cut off, and it's a little unusual here if we look at the neighbors. Again, that's the house, and we're trying to look at the neighbors here, and I really don't see where the gas comes in at either. That's anywhere. So again, hopefully these things aren't issues, but we have to look into it as far as trying to identify exactly where the gas line, the water line, and the sewer line is for the property. All right, heading inside. Okay guys, we're inside the house now, and as you can see here, you got the kitchen in the back and the laundry room. And walking back here, we can see the ceiling tiles, and it looks like where the bathroom would be, it doesn't look like there's any leak. Going into the kitchen here, again, cabinets is going to be replaced, new countertop. So we're looking at a new sink. We're going to need the hardware for that. And it looks like the copper is all under the basement right there with the drain line and dishwasher. We are going to have the dishwasher. We are going to have pretty much the same system. Not sure if we're going to have the garbage disposal. You guys can talk to Chris about that. He's going to be running the job. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a water line for the refrigerator in case they want an ice maker. But other than that, just relatively simple. Take it out and put a new sink in. And then going in the back here, we have a washer and dryer hookup and the drain that has to be tested to make sure everything's fine. And then we also have a gas line here. Now the gas line we're probably going to take out, so you probably want to give us a price on taking that out. Include that in your write-up. The reason is we don't have a vent, anywhere to vent here in the back. So in order just to put a vent on top of the dryer, we're going to make it electric. But again, talk to Chris for further details on that. Now going into the basement here. Now, previewed this earlier, and as you can see in the basement, here is your hookup for the water line. And of course over here is your hookup for the gas line. Gas is shut off, but there is no lock on it. We have to get the gas company to turn that back on. And the gas lines all seem to be in the place, nothing's missing, which is usually the case, nothing is missing. And as far as the copper, it looks like here that we do have pretty much all the copper here from what we can see. It runs in the front part of the basement where we can trace it, and then coming back here, it gets dark, but in the back part of this basement's finished off, and you can see all the drop ceilings. And I checked in the back, and it looks like the copper lines are fine back there. Now, on the water line here, again, we want to make sure it's turned on. I try to turn it on here. I really don't hear the power. So I think it might be shut off at the street, either that or it's already, as you can see, they got a nipple on this and there is no pressure. But when I try to feel it, doesn't feel it. I don't hear anything. I don't feel anything. So that pretty much, I think it might be shut off at the street. I don't know. The best way to find out is to come in here, have this shut off, take this out, and then let's see if we get any kind of water coming through the system. So this has to be tied back up here, the water meter. And again, it runs, like I said, the lines run pretty good. And there's the hot water heater. And it looks like it's a gas hot water heater. It is a gas hot water heater. It has to be tested, and we got to see if everything is going to be, if this thing's operational. Just right off the get-go, I can tell you that this is not kosher, going up and then down. This has to vent up. So we're going to have to do something about this, because that will be a problem. And then over there you can see the chimney and the exhaust on the heater. The heater is a forced hot air system, gas. You can take a look at it there. For those guys who know plumbers who know how to do heating, you can include that in your price, but we're gonna have to have the heater checked out and reconditioned and looked at and cleaned up. Coming back over here, the drain line. This again comes out to the rain leader. You can see it. And right here you can see it's a little corroded, so that's definitely gonna have to be tested. I don't know if this was previous, they were trying to cover up something. We're gonna have to look and see if we have to replace that. That should be included in the price. But again, the only way to really test it is put a hose pipe down there and really run it and see what's going on. Then pretty much also in the back here, you see the drain line. It looks like it's right here, up right there. Just noticed that. Let me get a light over here, guys. It's cracked. So you can see it does hit the ground right there, and it's still underground at the toilet, and at the hot water heater it's still underground, and then it starts to lift up. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll get the light, but it does lift up, and you can see it over here, and I can tell you that's cracked. So we are going to need to replace the drain line. Okay guys, back here I just moved the line, and again, so you guys can get an idea, we're here in the basement. I'm going to try and keep this light right here as I walk around. And as you can see, the panel doors here are the panel walls. We can easily remove them. And behind it, you have a little bit of electric. It looks like metal studs. And there's the sewer line. And as you can see, it's PVC at this part. And then coming over here, if we push that out of the way, looks like we have PVC in the stack going upstairs. A part of it's PVC. All right, guys, I moved the light a little bit so you can see. This is the part past the toilet, and as you can see, it starts to rise. And then over there, you can really see where it's cracked. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much change it from here, run it all the way to the back of the basement. So we wanna put in for that price. All right, you can contact Chris for a list of materials and the write-up. And again, gives you a good idea of what the scope of work is. You can base your price on that and submit it to Chris.